What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, the general consensus amongst industry insiders regarding the reboot of the Netflix characters is they would all be returning, well, all bar one. We'll talk about that during this video, but obviously the most exciting of which, Daredevil kicking it all off in Spider-Man No Way Home, and presumably tomorrow in episode 6 of She-Hulk. Now, what we also know, though, is Jon Bernthal's Punisher is headed back, and now we have an update about his very first cameo coming from multiple industry insiders today. We're going to talk about that, as well as a report from a couple of months back that indicated Jon Bernthal would also be getting his own solo series on Disney+. We're going to break it all down, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report like we're covering today, and everything in between. So, if that sort of thing's for you, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so it was shared by an industry insider, immediately retweeted and supported by Casey Walsh, that the upcoming Daredevil Born Again series is where Marvel Studios is going to look to reintroduce the Defenders, the characters from Netflix. But unfortunately, Kristen Ritter's Jessica Jones, although originally probably planned for the series, has a huge scheduling conflict and won't be able to make it. So in fact, it'll actually be Jon Bernthal's Punisher, who we'll get into the report in just a second. Months ago, we found out probably has his own series coming to Disney+. Now, this was almost immediately corroborated hours later, and by Charles Murphy from over at Murphy's Multiverse, an industry insider with a great track record, someone we've reported on multiple times and confidently over the last 3 or 4 years, tweeted out this quote: "For what it's worth, I too have heard about the Bernthal buzz. May remember months back when I was told to pump the brakes on Ritter joining Echo in Daredevil Born Again. This is why Bernthal's name was mentioned." I'll also say I'm not confirming, just sharing what I heard. So not confirming his appearance there, but corroborating the fact that Kristen Ritter may not be able to show up in these upcoming series. Echoes where we expect Daredevil to show up again, for them to sort of tie the storyline together with Kingpin leading into Born Again the following year. And I think this is a perfect time to sort of point out that Marvel may have a different plan in mind for how they use Jon Bernthal's Punisher, and something I've been saying at the channel for 6 months. When we just found out about the Thunderbolts announcement at D23, there was no sign of the Punisher, and rather some people were really upset with the lineup. Really, I think it was a no-brainer because a lot of those characters have chemistry, and of course other major players like Baron Zemo may not have been included on the poster, but will definitely be a part of the series going forward. They just make too much sense for the storyline. What Marvel may be planning to do with Punisher is something on the supernatural side, something more in line with the Midnight Suns, and that's why you don't see him on a grounded team like the Thunderbolts. And what I mean by that is using Punisher in a supernatural way allows them to go ahead and make it the sort of ultra violence that we want, but bullet violence against monsters is not bullet violence against other humans. Avoiding blood, you can easily leave it in the sort of PG-13 horror realm, and they're already setting this up. We've talked about that multiple times at the channel, but it was just a month or two back when it started breaking from multiple sources that in fact Jon Bernthal's Punisher was not only headed to the MCU, but for his own series on Disney+, and it being rated TVMA, causing us all to ask how in the world they planned on doing that, with Jon Bernthal on ample record at this point saying he'd only come back to the character if they kept what was intrinsically there and integral to the character from the Netflix shows. And with those shows as visceral and violent as they were, didn't seem like they'd have a place anywhere in the MCU, let alone Disney+. But if they lean into the supernatural, what they're setting up with Blade, the crossover with Black Knight, putting together a Midnight Suns team, again, it opens up the door to use Punisher in a brand new way, which has been the hallmark for Marvel Studios the entire time, and how they want to portray characters that have already had multiple iterations before in cinema, doing something completely different, sending Spider-Man to space, and we're having the Punisher fight against vampires. Which leads us to today and why this story was so apropos, as we are on the eve of seeing Daredevil in action in the MCU. Yes, Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock showed up in Spider-Man No Way Home, but he wasn't in outfit. Tomorrow, we presume, seeing as this is the only episode he's going to be in, and we know from the footage in the trailer shown at D23 that indeed he's going to be in full outfit and rocking alongside She-Hulk. They are saying that we may find out tomorrow what exactly Marvel Studios is doing with these characters, how they plan on treating their backstory. We've already seen Kingpin as well, but it wasn't exactly clear if he was the same character from Netflix. Even though Vincent D'Onofrio offered that up after the series, it seemed to be confirmed that Marvel Studios is going forward with characters that already have an existing story, but real recently it's been said that it'll be looked at as a soft reboot. So where we'll see the same actors in the same character roles, this is just part of the multiverse, and the 616 may have had a similar story, or maybe some things are changed, but they'll just use that that going forward, having our familiarity with their backstory, which really helps them in case in point with a character like the Punisher, because they don't have to rehash what's already on the Netflix shows because of how violent they were. They can just go forward with their own new storyline. We'll basically have the back details, which is about exactly what Kevin Feige said about the Fantastic Four. We all already know the origin story. How do they do something new and something we haven't seen before on screen? And I'm certainly all for that with the Punisher. I'm also all for Jon Bernthal returning in this character, and it's super exciting to hear that 18 episode Born Again series, 18 episodes that's coming out at the beginning of 2024, is now going to have Jon Bernthal's Punisher. Guys, I can't wait for that. It's going to be absolutely nuts at the channel to have that show running for over 3 months. It's going to be insane. Speaking of the show running, we are still doing the live watch parties for She-Hulk, and tomorrow is going to be the Daredevil episode, which I am super hyped for. They showed us a quick clip of the episode exclusively on D23. We'll probably do a breakdown for that later tonight or tomorrow, but it's right around the corner. We're going to see him finally. We will be doing a live watch party here at the channel, so if you stay up and watch the episode, come by the channel, hang out with us. We go live about 2 a.m., an hour before the show starts, 11 Pacific. We watch here, I watch as you watch at home. Then we have after discussion. Tomorrow's going to be a doozy. I'm super excited. So come by and see us. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Okay, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s. The next milestone is 1 million. We'll also be announcing a new giveaway at the watch party tomorrow. But for all the giveaways, the same rules apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber. Then leave a comment down below because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced during videos in the same segment at the end that we're doing here. So please beware of any WhatsApp scammers, Telegram scammers down in the comments, either on my channel or across the platform. No one will ever ask you to pay for shipping. Not me, not anybody else. That's not the MO, and nobody comments and tells you to message them on a different platform to announce a winner. So guys, please be vigilant. If you see those comments, just report them and await winner announcements in the videos at the end like we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me at a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name AllFires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. I really appreciate all the support here at the channel as I push up to 1 million. And of course, tomorrow is going to be a momentous day in the MCU. We're going to have Charlie Cox's Daredevil finally back in costume and in action alongside She-Hulk on a Disney Plus series. Not anything I thought I'd ever hear myself say out loud. I am so hyped for it. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night or in the next video. Either way, peace. I love you. Take care of yourselves.